Florida Fish 100 here. This is the 10th in a series of about 12 videos on the 170 gallon rebuild of this tank. We lifted the tank into place on the stand, and now we've got the aquascape in place, and I'm about halfway full with water at this point. This is probably the most water this tank has had in it since it was inside their house. So we're kind of getting to area that this tank hasn't been stressed to in quite some time. We're going to see if these braces do the job or not. There was a little bit of unevenness in the bottom plate when I put it on the stand. But since I filled it up with water, at least halfway through, looks like the plate is straightened out. There's some stresses on the tank that are starting to even out, but I don't think we're talking about any sort of serious issue. We'll find out if these braces are sufficient or if I needed to go with a full Euro brace on this tank. I tried to save a little bit of money and go with cross bracing instead of a Euro brace based on the design of this tank. So we'll see. Anyway, I've got most of the stuff that was underneath here now in the tank. As you can see, it's ready to go. It's pretty much going to be the look of the tank as you see it here. Taking a look at the back, this is where the bubblers are going to be in the back of the feature here. I went with coral sand for the top of this ledge, if you will. And then I used some gardening, concrete, landscaping fencing, if you will, to basically create the support that I needed to build up the centerpiece. And then I put coral rocks all around it, still working on that. And I've got the centerpiece of coral upright in the middle, as you can see, and I got two other pieces that are sort of ledges out from the main structure. And then I've got some holy rock and some lime rock over here. And so it's pretty much where we need to have it. There's a couple little things I need to put in it. Right now, of course, I have no filtration on it. I'm just filling up the tank. And so we'll see where it goes from here. Got the one filter hooked up. I got to hook up the second filter. I'm about ready to do that, but I wanted to check out the tank first, because if this thing springs a leak or somehow blows up on me, then I won't have to worry about a filter. I'll have a lot more issues on my hand than a filter that's still in a box. So we're gonna stress this thing out today. I'm gonna be around the office most of this morning and maybe in the afternoon and kind of just check this thing out and see where it is. So anyway, a relatively short video right now because don't have much going on, but I did want to show you the filling of the tank, the preliminary aquascape. Now I don't have any plastic plants in here just yet, so I'm going to go figure out how best to put them in the next few minutes, and that'll be the next video. Will be the plastic plants and the cycling of the aquarium, making sure everything is good on the side of the tank, the structural capacity of the tank. If these braces don't hold, I'm going to hear a huge snap. So that's how you can tell if your braces don't work, is that they break like plate glass. It's just going to give all at one time. So I probably need to be around just in case that happens so I can take some of this water out of this tank and not lose the whole tank. Should that happen, then I probably will go back with additional braces at the quarter points. At the quarter point and at the three-quarter point. But I don't think that's going to be necessary, to be honest with you. So we're going to let this ride as it is. But as you can see, this is the aquascape that we've been talking about. The fish are in the tank next door. I've got to obviously cycle this, but I do have a filter that was in my 120 that I'm going to use on this particular tank. It's got a UV sterilizer in it. So we're going to run this rascal for about a week or so. I'm going to throw in some Mbunas and see how they do in here. Help us cycle the tank, and if they can survive it, then anybody can survive it. Then I'll throw my Tropheus in maybe next weekend. But right now, this is before I put the plants in. So I'm feeling better about the tank now that it's about 1/2 full of water. Hasn't collapsed yet. So let's hope that it proves to be sound like I hoped it would be. Anyway, going to wrap this one up. This is the 10th part of this series. I encourage you to check out the next few because it's going to really be the tail of the tape, if you will, or whether this project is going to be deemed a success or not. Anyway, Florida Fish 100 signing off. If you like what's going on with this series, just go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe if you want to. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.